Radhe Radhe. So, my friend in school doesn't believe in reincarnation. Is reincarnation a fact?
In the 19th century, there was a German philosopher called Schopenhauer. He said, if an Asiatic were to ask me the definition of Europe, I would say it is that part of the globe which is suffering from the delusion that this life is our first entry into existence and there is no life after death. All right? So, in the eastern part of the world, reincarnation has invariably been accepted. It is a principle in Hinduism, in Sikhism, in Jainism, in a particular form in Buddhism as well. But you will be surprised to know, if you do a study of world religions, that many of the early Christians also believed in reincarnation. The Bible talks about John the Baptist being Elijah the prophet come back. Many of the Sufi saints believe in reincarnation. The great philosopher Plato in Greece, he believed that those who are blind followers of social traditions will in their next life become bees and ants. Those who are very cruel will become foxes and wolves. Those who are attached to gluttony will become pigs and hogs. So many of the Western thinkers have believed in reincarnation. Supposing this concept of reincarnation does not exist, then what happens if some child is blind from birth and that child says, Papa, Mommy, what did I do that I am blind? What will the parents answer? Is this universe an unfair place where some people are unnecessarily punished? If the answer is, it's a consequence of your actions, but I am blind from birth, the only possible answer is, this is a consequence of actions from past lives. Okay, so Sri Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita that in this life itself, you are changing bodies. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhiras tatra na muhyati. He says in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjun, you first had the body of a little child, then of a youth, then a grown-up, then you will have the body of an old person. In this life itself, you have changed so many bodies. So you are practically reincarnating in this life itself. Similarly, upon death, when this body is no longer inhabitable by the soul will discard it and go to a new body. That is reincarnation. It is said that many of the Christians in early Christianity believed in it. However, I believe it was the 6th century, that a council took place, or maybe it was the 1st century, a council took place and it was unanimously decided that reincarnation is after this considered heresy. Many people feel this decision was made to enhance the power of the Roman Catholic Church. Because if there is an afterlife, then you can make up for things in future lives. But if there is no afterlife, then this life is so important that based on it you will go to heaven or hell forever. And It is the priests who are giving those papers and absolving you of sins. They become very powerful. So many people feel that this decision by the Roman Catholic Church to consider reincarnation as a heresy was made just to enhance their power. Nevertheless, although the Bible does not make specific mention of it, there is a place where Jesus is talking to a rabbi called Nebuchadnezzar, and he talks about afterlife. And the rabbi says, "Is there life after life?" And Jesus says, "When you don't believe when I tell you things of this world, how will you believe when I tell you things of the other world?" So many concepts were not revealed by the great prophets because the people to whom they were teaching were not prepared to understand and believe in them. The teacher may be a PhD, but if he is teaching to grade 1 students, he will teach 2 + 2 = 4. So this concept of reincarnation is it's a very commonly accepted principle of Hinduism, and slowly it is gaining acceptance around the world as well. In fact, it's one of the fundamental beliefs amongst 27% of the world population, which makes it very popular.